thing for us to do is to draft Kyle Pitts, bring him into Atlanta. He's going to be playing with a top 10 quarterback in the league in Matt Ryan. He's going to have Julio there to help him, Hayden Hurst there to help him, Arthur Smith, like I said, a tight ends coach, literally, there to help him. So, I mean, that's what I feel like.
On the mic, episode 25. I'm your host, E, aka Ethan, and I got another special guest today. He's been on the show before. This is his second appearance. He's Atlanta Falcons. He calls himself 3/28 man, Mr. Different China, Myles Per HR. How you doing?
What's going on, Ethan, man? How you feeling?
Doing pretty good, man. I know your birthday passed by. Happy belated birthday for your.
Appreciate you, man. Big 18, big 18.
Big 18, finally adult.
Yeah.
All right, I see you, Myles. How ironic is that you're wearing a Falcons jersey and your birthday was on the fateful day of everyone's talking trash about your Falcons,
28. Yeah, March 28th, 2003. Yeah, man. My birthday will forever live on in infamy until my team wins a championship. But it's all right. I stay 10 toes down to the soil. Rise up Atlanta, true to Atlanta, Tomahawks, you know what I'm saying? So, everything in Atlanta, we're going to stay 10 tones down, you feel me, no matter what.
I feel that. One of the videos I put out today, Myles, on TikTok, I put the Georgia Dome, and people said that's probably the reason why they destroyed the Georgia Dome is because of the 28-3 lead.
So what?
That's like people were making jokes like that, I swear to God.
Yeah, man, but it was, it's called, because, we just opened up Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So, yeah, they wanted something new.
It was definitely a bigger upgrade than that stadium.
Yeah, it was.
Bigger upgrade and new designs and stuff like that. But let's talk about your Falcons, since we were talking about the subject of the Falcons, man.
All right.
So, the Falcons last year, of course, as I predicted the last time I had you on, they weren't going to go too far, and they didn't. And they got destroyed by Tom Brady's hands twice to keep themselves. But the Falcons have the 4th overall pick. Now, I've been hearing rumors right now there could be a trade that they might go down. They might go down to let someone get a quarterback at that draft. But I want to hear your opinion. Should you trade? And then who should you get at the number 4 spot? Tight end, quarterback, defense? What do you think?
I'm gonna say this. I feel like Matt Ryan has maybe another good 2 more years under his belt before he either retires or the Falcons decide to move away from him. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, the top 3 is already set. We know the Jaguars are drafting Trevor Lawrence. Who has the second pick? The Jets.
The Jets.
We know the Jets are drafting a quarterback because they already traded away Sam Darnold, so we know they're drafting a quarterback. Who's the 3rd pick? The
49ers.
49ers. I don't know if they feel comfortable with Jimmy Garoppolo as their starting quarterback, and even if they do, they might draft on to do like a Dak Prescott was to Tony Romo, just in case. You know what I'm saying? Taking the best player or quarterback available. You know what I'm saying? So we know the top 2 for sure are going to be quarterbacks. We know that for a fact, and we know Trevor Lawrence is going number 1. Now with the Jets, we don't know if they're going to take Zach Wilson or Justin Fields or Trey Lance, yada yada yada. We don't know, but we know for sure that they're going to take a quarterback. Like I said, with 3 to 49ers. We don't know if they're going to take a quarterback, but don't be surprised if they take a quarterback, is what I'm saying. You feel me? And so, now with my Falcons, I feel like, it's time we need to find – I'm not going to say we need to find Matt Ryan's replacement in the first round or even right now. So we can wait till next year and just sign a veteran backup quarterback just in case. You know what I'm saying? Because Matt Ryan, I think he had like 1 or 2 more years left on his contract. And I think with 4 – I'm gonna give both scenarios. If we do trade down, or if we stay at 4. If we do trade down, I say we trade down to like around like 15, no, around like 10 to 15, no lower than 15. acquire like we give up 4 and maybe a 6, give up 4 and a 6, or give up number 4 in the first round in like our 5th and 6th pick or something like that. We get a team 10 through 15th pick, and we get, you know, like they second or third, you know, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, what I think we should do is, if we do that, when we trade that, we can take the best player available right there, which I think is defense, because I think Matt Ryan was never the problem. You know what I'm saying? It was our defense last year. We blew like 3, 4, 5 leads at a time. But sometimes where our defense was playing spectacular, like against the Oakland Raiders, we had like 3 or 4 turnovers. Well, we caused 3 or 4 turnovers right then. You know what I'm saying? And number 2, like I said, Matt Ryan, he had good games, and Julio Jones would have good games. Calvin Ridley would have good games. Olamide Zaccheaus would have good games. It wasn't our offense that was the problem. You know what I'm saying? It was like our defense couldn't guard a parked car. How do we go up by like 20-something points and blow it to the Cowboys?
It was just disaster for that game.
That was hurting. You know what I'm saying? We blew it against the Packers. We blew it against the Lions. We blew it against the Seahawks. Like, it was games this was the lead, and we dropped it. You know, we let it go. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we need to go for, if we do trade down, go for the best defensive player at that position. Because and when I did my research, I feel like we were ranked not at the very bottom, but I know we were kind of low at the when it came to sacks. I feel like, you know, drafting a defensive lineman, even a linebacker, because Deion Jones is our best linebacker, and I don't think we have, because, you know, Devondre Campbell gone, and we traded Duke Riley, so I feel like we don't have another superstar linebacker. No, I take that back. Foye Oluokun, he's coming into himself, so I take that back. I feel like our linebacker core is sick. So, like, you know, a defensive lineman, a nose tackle, something like that, you know, help get to the quarterback, because that's any quarterback. I don't care if you're Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Matt Ryan, Aaron Rodgers, or whoever, right? If you get pressed, if somebody pressures you enough and they keep coming at you like, I'm talking about they keep coming at your head, coming. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get not scared, but you're going to be like, man, I need to hurry up and get the ball in my hands, rada. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. But if we stay at 4, I think it's common sense that we take the best tight end and arguably the best player in the draft, Kyle Pitts. You know, that's common sense. I mean, who we got on our team? We have Hayden Hurst. We traded for a blocking tight end and Lee Smith. And then we already have, what's his name? Jaden Graham, I think, is still on the team. Yeah, so Lee Smith, he's going to be that. He's basically an extra offensive lineman. You know what I'm saying? He's going to come in when we're doing running plays. He's like I say, and I've been saying this for a while. Tight ends are nothing but offensive linemen who catch the ball. And I'll stand by what I said. They're nothing but offensive linemen that catch the ball. Because Lee Smith is some tight end that specialize in blocking. That's what Lee Smith does. He's been in the league for over 5 years. And when I looked at his stats, he only got like 8 or something touchdowns. I don't even know if he has that much. You know what I'm saying? He specializes in being a blocker. You feel me? Yeah. So, and Hayden Hurst, we got him. But ever since Austin Hooper left to go to Cleveland, we haven't, I feel like our tight end core has been not the best, you know what I'm saying? Back when we had, because we're known for not making good tight ends, but a lot of good tight ends come from Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Like Tony Gonzalez, he's a Hall of Famer. Austin Hooper had his best years in Atlanta. So, you know what I'm saying? It was this one guy named Levine Toilolo. I want to say he had like maybe 5, 6, 7 touchdowns when he played in Atlanta during his time. And there was this other black tight end, I forget his name, but this is when we went like 8-8 the season before we went to the Super Bowl. So, I mean, we're known we do good with tight ends. And because if you look at Arthur Smith, right? Arthur Smith came from Tennessee, and look, what's that tight end name? Darren Walker or something like that?
Darren Waller.
Darren Waller. Yeah.
He
just retired. Yeah. No, because he just retired.
Darren Waller?
No, not Darren Waller. It's another tight end.
Yeah, you lost me there.
Oh, man. I forget his name, but I feel like he was retired, and I feel like his name is like Darren Walker or something like that. Anywho, Arthur Smith, he was a tight ends coach before he was offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? And the special assistant, offensive, whatever. You feel me? But that's beside the point. And then, okay, yeah, I'll say this. Jonnu Smith just signed with the Patriots or the Jets. I feel like I forget which one he signed with. And guess where he came from? Tennessee. And Tennessee makes good tight ends. So I feel like Arthur Smith is going to draft Kyle Pitts, bring him into a system where, because look at Hayden Hurst. Hayden Hurst had an amazing season, and he did better than he did because we traded for him because he was in Baltimore the season before he played for us. We traded for him. And he only had like 2 or 3 touchdowns because he was backing up Mark Andrews. We made him our primary tight end in Atlanta. And I think this man had like 5 or something touchdowns with over, I want to say 500 yards. You know what I'm saying? So bringing Kyle Pitts in, this man is 6'6", 240 pounds. You're not blocking that. There's no way. If you put a linebacker on him, he's gone. You put a cornerback on him, he's gonna muscle his way through you. You know what I'm saying? That is a grown man, 6'6" and 240 pounds. There's no way you're stopping that. That's the best player in the draft, best tight end in the draft by far.
And they're saying like 50 by the time the season starts. So
I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? He had like 18 touchdowns when his season with Florida. He's the best tight end in the draft. Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts.
He had like 18 touchdowns this year at Florida, or his career at Florida, or whatever. I want to say over 100-something catches, and I forget how many yards he had. Best tight end in this draft. Best player in the draft. What's his name? Arthur Smith is a tight ends coach. I don't care when you're when you become a head coach, you're gonna stick to a major, become a head coach. Like let's take Dan Quinn for example. What made the Falcons before he was the head coach in Atlanta? Where was he at? He was part of Seattle's Legion of Boom, right? And when you know Seattle's Legion of Boom was nasty. I'm talking about they were dangerous. It was booming, literally. You know what I'm saying? And so we brought him in, and our defense was amazing. That first season we went 8-8. Our defense was amazing. That season we went to the Super Bowl. Like I said, we held Tom Brady, even though he lost. Tom Brady, 3 points in the whole first half, and then we just fell apart in the second half. But like I said, Robert Hopper had a pick 6 in that game. We were top 10 in the league, I want to say, and sacks. And then, and DeMonte Casey led the league in interceptions that one year with 7. He was tied for 2 other cornerbacks with 7 interceptions. You know what I'm saying? And that's because Dan Quinn is a defensive-minded coordinator. He's a defensive coordinator that's a head coach. You know what I'm saying? He's defensive-minded. Arthur Smith is an offensive-minded coach, but he started off as a tight ends coach. So he knows how to work with tight ends and get tight ends the ball and all that good stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like the best thing for us to do is to draft Kyle Pitts, bring him into Atlanta. He's going to be playing with a top 10 quarterback in the league in Matt Ryan. He's going to have Julio there to help him, Hayden Hurst there to help him, Arthur Smith, like I said, a tight ends coach, literally, there to help him. So, I mean, that's what I feel like Atlanta's best bet is to draft Kyle Pitts. I don't think we need to trade down as of right now. I feel like I said, draft Kyle Pitts, and then maybe because Matt Ryan's not going to be able to play forever. So I say in the 3rd and maybe 4th round, no later than the 5th, we draft a quarterback. And if they want to get fancy, they draft a quarterback in the 2nd round. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I feel like later in the draft, we need to go ahead and draft a quarterback. But yeah, that's what I think Atlanta should do.
I can agree with you there. I think like you pointed out the stuff that I was going to make about Kyle Pitts for the Falcons, especially since Matt Ryan, Arthur Smith is a tight end coach, like you said, and especially how Kyle Pitts can be a game changer in that field. So it's not like you have to worry about Julio, Calvin Ridley, and now you got to worry about Kyle Pitts in that offense. It's going to be very dangerous, especially. So it takes off the pressure for Julio, Calvin Ridley, so they can throw it to them more often at the same time.
Right.
But if Justin Fields comes at number 4, you would not take him at all? If Justin Fields landed at 4, let me ask you this. Let's say he doesn't get picked by the 49ers or the Jets.
No.
You wouldn't pick Fields?
Mm-mm.
Not too proud of his pro day?
I mean, it's not even that. I feel like a quarterback is not our main priority right now. Yes, Matt Ryan. Yes, we need to find Matt Ryan's replacement because he's not gonna be able to play forever. But I feel like that's not. It goes like this. Okay, let's take this for example. Ethan, you're a podcaster, right? Me and you're both podcasters, right? You have a podcast, right? Let's say you got to do a podcast you have a podcast at 8, right? Yeah. You want to do a podcast at 8 o'clock, right? But your friends asking you, yo, Ethan, come hop on the game. You know what I'm saying? We won game where all we need is one more player. All we need is for you to come on the thing and rada, and we'll win the championship or whatever. You know, I'm just giving an example. Your priority is your podcast. So you can be like, hey man, we can wait, give me like 30 minutes or maybe an hour, and then we can hop on. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Falcons need to do. Yes, I know we need a quarterback. Yes, I know you want to play the game, but you want to do your podcast, and I know you want to, okay, put it like this. You want to do your podcast and you want to play the game with your friends, right? But your podcast is your priority. You can play the game. You can play the game with your friends later. Atlanta, I think Kyle Pitts is our priority. You know what I'm saying? Matt Ryan, getting a replacement for Matt Ryan, we can find like the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th round. You know what I'm saying? Not 8th round, but you know what I'm saying? We can find a quarterback in the later rounds. Look at Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott fell to the 4th round when Tony Romo was still playing. And look what this man did. Balling out. This man is balling out. No, this got one of the biggest contracts for a quarterback. And so, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's not a priority. Like, I love Justin Fields. I really do. But it's other like I think Trey Lance may fall to the 2nd round. And I think that's if they fail them both, take them in the 2nd round. You know what I'm saying? Or take a quarterback in the 3rd round. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like yes, we need to draft a quarterback. But if they draft Justin Fields, or if somehow, some way Zach Wilson slips to 4, if they draft a quarterback at 4, I will be upset. I can tell you that.
I could feel that. I can feel the anger from the Falcons fans, because I know right now they're predicting that 4 quarterbacks are gonna be gone by the time we the 5th selection. That's what I've been hearing. But if you guys get Kyle Pitts, which it should be, since a lot of Atlanta talk is talking about Kyle Pitts right now, then it'll be definitely a great draft selection, especially with that tough division you have against Tom Brady. Who knows who the quarterback is for the Saints, and Sam Darnold at the quarterback at Carolina, which you better pick them off, or else you guys actually
right.
like Sam Darnold, like he's good, but at times he could be interception mode to Arnold. So
right.
As you've seen with the Jets, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. I think they should get Pitts, but for some odd reason, I don't know if they will get Pitts. I just have that feeling they either will trade down or they possibly not get Pitts and probably get a quarterback. I just feel that for the Falcons.
Because don't what you got, the 5th or 6th or something like that?
Who, for Miami?
Yeah.
Miami's at 6 now.
6. Unless y'all come to us, because I know y'all are looking at Kyle Pitts too to help Tua. I know y'all are looking at him. Yeah, I've seen the reports. Y'all ain't slick. Y'all ain't gonna get him. No. But I seen the reports. Unless y'all come up with a mind-blowing offer, I'm talking about y'all give us 6 and y'all 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I highly doubt Atlanta moves. I mean, I know it's reports and they say they're open to trading it, but I feel like their eyes are set on Kyle Pitts, best tight end in this draft, and I feel like he's in a once. Man, it's 6'6", 240 pounds. You don't pass that up. You don't
fire tight ends like that daily now.
Right.
They come up in the draft like that. So.
Right.
But yeah, man, that's about the Falcons. But now let's go transition to the Hawks right now. They are the leading division of the Southeast Division. So I know last time me and Myles talked to each other on his podcast, we were talking about this was like beginning of the season. Who's going to be the better team right now? Which right now it's the Hawks over my Heat, but just by a few games. It's not like it's like a huge margin that the Hawks have a comfortable division lead, especially with the Hornets right behind them, and then the Heat. Washington, no one really cares, and then Orlando just trade away their future players just for another future player. So that's not really questions there.
Right.
But I know the Hawks were busy in the trade. I know it's been 2 weeks ago, but they traded away Rajon Rondo to the Clippers to get Louis Williams. I think Rajon Rondo would have been a nice key to keep, especially how it can become a playoff Rondo, especially in the playoffs, especially for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with Trae Young. You've seen how Rondo's played with you guys with the Hawks this season. I think he was a great addition for you guys. Now he's injured with the Clippers. But I want to take you take you. Do you think the Hawks can advance into the playoffs? And do you miss a Rondo in the lineup, or do you think Lou Williams is a great option for you guys right now?
I mean, we need scoring off the bench. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Lou Williams is. This man is what, a 2-3-time Sixth Man of the Year. You know what I'm saying? And he's a 2-2. Gosh, he's a 2 or 3-time Sixth Man of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Man is what? These last couple games he has had 20 points off the bench, 11 points off the bench, 15 points off the bench. You know what I'm saying? And what's my man doing? He's a sixth man. He's an electric player off the bench. And I feel like Rondo wasn't doing that. He's always been a pass first point guard and helping players score. And I mean, that's what Rondo did. And I feel like that's what the Clippers needed. They needed a point guard because I don't know if Patrick Beverley was going to be the reason if help y'all win a championship or not. You feel me? Excuse me. And I mean, Lemon Pepper Lou back in Atlanta. That's definitely going to help our bench scoring with. We already have Danilo, who's had multiple games of 20 points or more off the bench. We have Lou Williams, and everybody knows about Lou. Bogdanovic, this man is a scorer. We have the league leader in three-point percentage, and Tony Snell. Last time I checked, he was the league leader. And then I feel like Atlanta, we're just a well-rounded team right now in general. You know what I'm saying? We got Trey, top 5 point guard in the league. No, definitely top 10, arguably top 5. Definitely top 7, put him in there. We got John Collins, who's underrated. We have Clint Capella, who is one of the best rebounders in the game. I'll say Andre Drummond, maybe Rudy Gobert. No, Andre Drummond, Rudy Gobert, and Clint Capella, probably the best rebounders in the game. I think Clint's averaging maybe 14 rebounds a game so far. He's averaging a double-double. He's had 2 or something blocks per game this season. Amazing. You saw what he did in Houston. You know, he was an amazing pick and roller with James Harden, and now he's doing it with Trae Young. So, I mean, I feel like Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, to answer your question, I love the trade. I really do. Bring back Lemon Pepper Lou, help our scoring off the bench. And I mean, I feel like we can make as long as we're not the 8th seed and having to go up against the Brooklyn Nets or 76ers, I feel like we could take down the Knicks or the Heat, like your Heat, or wherever we land. I feel like we have a fair chance to beat any team except maybe the 76ers and Nets. Well, I'm not gonna say that because we beat the Nets once or twice with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving early in the season before we fired Lloyd Pierce. So I mean, it's possible. So I mean, I could see Atlanta possibly making it to the second round, maybe even.
So you guys gonna beat the Bucks too?
It's possible, yes. I really think it's possible, yeah.
Interesting. I know Mike, he's been struggling against you guys this year, which of course they have a great talent. The Hawks have a great talent. Of course, we had a little bit of COVID issues, but I think, I agree. I think the Hawks, as long as they don't fall down to those contention playoffs, trying to get into playoffs like the 7, 8 seed, 9, 10, which that will suck because you're pretty much playing for the Nets or the 76ers,
right?
Matchups, which you don't want to see that. At least right now, currently you're in the 4th seed right now, going to play the Hornets right now, which I think you guys probably be much comfortable playing the Hornets than, let's say, the 76ers at the number 7 seed, and want to have home court advantage over the Hornets. Although Hornets will not have LaMelo Ball, but they still have Gordon Hayward in there. They still have a couple of shooters in there. Still a great team. Of course, they missed LaMelo Ball since he's going to be out for the season. But I think the Hawks will have a great advantage there. Now, I know my Heat, they've been dominating them 2-0 regular season. I still think we can put up a fight anyways with the Hawks. Division rivals, you know how division rivals goes. Unless you're the Magic, then it's a different story. But other than that, we have traded away future players for more future players. Okay, that sounds like a great legitimate argument. Not for your fans. They've been waiting for a championship for a long time and just give them nothing. That's a great way. That's a great way to put up a round of applause, honestly, for that. But I can see the Hawks, if they control home advantage, I can see them advance to the next round. If they don't have home advantage, I think they're going to struggle and they might make it like a game 6 or 7, whoever they face, and they may either lose or maybe win. That's how I feel with the Hawks. As of right now, they just need to have home court advantage for the Hawks. That's what I really feel. If they have a home court advantage, yeah, I think you guys can make it to the next round, possibly play a harder team like the 76ers, most likely chances, or the Nets, because the Nets are currently in first. So it just really depends on how, especially since how the depth is from the 3rd and 4th seed. It's about 5 games difference, and then everybody from the 5th to the 13th is not even that much.
Right.
Everyone's like right there, so it's anybody's seeding. Honestly, that's how close the Eastern Conference is. That's how badly the Eastern Conference is right now.
Right. My bad.
The Bulls can easily go from 11 to the 4th seed from no reason. It's like
right, because we got the play-in tournament this season.
Yes, which you don't want to be in the 7th seed or the 8th seed in the 9th or 10th.
Right. Yeah, because if you the 7th or 8th seed, it's possible like the 9th or 10th seed easily just come in and and then you're not in the playoffs.
And you're eliminated.
Right.
And let's say you lose and then you win, and then you're kind of tired and you got to play against the nice old 76ers. Joel and Embiid, they're all rested, waiting for you guys to come and play. That's
right. Nice. You taking this team to a game 7, and you got this team who swept. Now they just like take your time. We're well rested. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I think it was like a best of 2 or 3. I think a best of 3. Or
right.
One. I think 1. I don't remember how exactly it would go, but I know they have to play 7 or 8. Whoever wins that, of course, goes on. Then if the 8th and the 9th loses, they play against each other, see who wins it. Honestly. Right. But that's what I feel with the Hawks. It's like they definitely need home court advantage. I know it's NFL stuff. Trust me, it gets confusing at times. But home court advantage for the Hawks in order to go to the next round and actually make it the second round, since probably when they were the best record of the league before LeBron decides to kick them out of the playoffs.
Yeah, man, I remember that season. That's the season we went 60-22. Had like Jeff Teague, everybody was an all-star, from Paul Millsap to Kyle Korver was an all-star. That's what Mike Budenholzer was in his prime, as a coach or whatever. He was like a 2-time coach of the year.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's when we was in his prime. And then we had this man named LeBron James.
he's a death reaper for the Hawks and the Raptors.
Right. That's LeBron. So that's not even Toronto.
Pacers, Celtics, you name him.
He owns everybody.
He owns everybody in the East. In the West, he owns so far the West, besides his first year. I don't know about his 3rd year. I'll tell you that much. But Myles, man, I do appreciate coming onto the live, man. I know you talk about your Hawks. We talk about your Falcons. I know I bashed you a little bit earlier with a joke with your birthday. When I saw that when you were posting your birthday on Instagram, I was like, no way this man's birthday is on the faithful day of March 28th. Because I was like, I already knew that joke was coming.
Yeah.
But if you want to shout out to anybody right now, or to your podcast where they can find you, man, now's your time.
First of all, thank you for having me on, man. Guys, my man Ethan right here. Best Miami podcast so far out there. Mr. E on the mic. Man right here, he gonna get it done for you. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Follow my podcast page at the Myles Per HR podcast, MylesPerHR podcast. It's Myles, MylesPerHR, Myles Per Hour on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcasts, wherever podcasts can be heard. Follow my TikTok at that black boy. The 0 is with the 0. I mean, the O is with a 0. And yeah, guys, if you want to follow my personal Instagram page, it's that black boy too. But like I said, we upload podcasts over here every Friday, and we just don't stick to one thing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I do. Like my last week's podcast, I did who's pretenders, who's contenders in the NBA for the finals. Like I said, I talked about the Jazz, the Suns as contenders, and in the East, I talked about the Celtics and the Knicks. So even though the Knicks have the best record that they had in a minute, I don't see them doing much in the playoffs or whatever. And the Celtics are struggling heavily. And I said I feel like Kemba Walker is now a backup point guard at this time in his career. So I have them two as contenders, and I have the Jazz giving me very much 2015, 2016 Hawks vibes when we went 16-22. So I see them going as far as I can see them making it to the finals. I really can. But that was last week's podcast. I got one coming up Friday for y'all. So I'm saying be ready to check that out. Ethan, my man, I look forward to doing some more podcasts with you, my boy.
Of course, man. fun fact, we've done podcasts, we've done skits together on TikTok as well. So this is a fun fact that you guys don't know, that early days. You remember those early days of the skits?
Yeah.
Always try to get this man involved a little bit, you know. Sometimes he disappears in the podcast world. I was like, let me get him, revive him a little bit more.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Always try to revive him, man. Always try to. Because I know he's a great analyst. I know he knows his stuff. He knows his Hawks. He's pretty much underrated. So you definitely need to check him out as well, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
But as always, thank you guys for listening to E on the Mic, episode 25. I'm your host, E, and I'll see you next week on episode 26. Until then, see you then.